This is Benaiah Benjamin.
I'm tryna live joyful on the feast. All praises I done made it through another week. I only want the God surrounding me. Humble sisters, modesty in me. I'm tryna live joyful on the feast. All praises I done made it through another week. I only want the God surrounding me. Humble sisters, modesty in me. And me, look. Cause I've been working so hard, I can feel my feet. And if I can feel this way, I know my people beat. But we don't decompress with hers inside the switch of sweets. It's neat how we can work for so long. Then the Lord get the spirit, we can get our boogie on. Bring the wine, bring the strong. Bishop class set the tone while we celebrate the feast. All the trials there at home, look. Hey, I'm trying to tap into the spirit if you play the right song.
Hey, shalom, Most High Christ bless. Officer Yehuda, Houston Camp. I like being out here with the people, you know, in the wilderness. Basically, just our people. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to worry about the cares of the world, you know, things like that, even though we preparing for what's to come. You know what I'm saying? So, just being out here with the people, stay in the spirit. Don't come in the wilderness with the murmuring, complaining, respect the order. Shalom, Most High Christ.
As well as what? Your nation, your brothers. Back in that time, of course, when we was they were the best. I'm still going. Got it? Finish your stuff, Dylan. Got it. Thank you. Drop that. The other one is called stones, okay? Cut into or joined by means of dovetails. Combined. Several souls of the King Solomon and the beast in the month Ephesus, which is what? His word! His word!
I'm Brother Sean's here. I'm with Brother Sean, Young Prophet Sean. We here, you know. Feast of Tabernacle 2020. You can read that in Leviticus 2022. You can read that in Leviticus 23. We out here coming together. Go ahead.
Shalom, fam.
Hello, family. Most High Christ bless.
Happy Feast of Tabernacle.
How's your Feast of Tabernacles going for you?
Well, you know, it's about the enjoyment, it's about joyfulness and gladness of heart. Put a smile on your face.
You're not able. I am thy shield. There you go. Tell you what to do. Because when you're going through it, your mind is not right.
And we're going to be prepping on as well and making sure we know the ins and outs of that boat just in case we got to rescue one of y'all brothers and sisters, family. All right? All praise.
Even though it's the whole world and lied to you and beat you down and destroyed you, gave you bad education, gave you false religions, gave you broken homes, gave you systemic oppression, and the Most High still was able to do all that. He said, don't worry about it. I still have a way to save the righteous.
The book of Exodus chapter 34 verse 7. Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin.
Just stop right there, because Cap just stated that about forgiveness. The Most High has forgiven us over and over and over and over. So why you not your brother or your sister?
Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Once again, we're out here at the Feast of Tabernacles. We're out here. What's your name?
Brother Cody.
Brother Cody.
Sister Yafa.
Brother Daniel.
I'm Brother Joel.
This is Brother Cody's first tabernacle. All right. What do you think about it so far?
It's a blessing to be amongst the brethren, to be able to experience such an experience like this. Yeah, that's what I think about it.
This is our first tabernacle,
Yes,
right?
it is my first tabernacle.
So tell us what you think about it so far.
Well, Tabernacles is so beautiful. You have to actually be here to experience it. And we are here as a one great big family doing the righteous acts that the Most High has commanded us to do.
Once again, this is your first Feast of Tabernacles, right?
Yes, sir.
So what do you think about it so far?
I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. It's nice to fellowship with the brothers, get to meet some people who I haven't met before, who I've seen at the camp every once in a while, but never talked to them. It's nice to get to talk to them, interact with them, and learn more about them and go into the scriptures more.
What do you think about the Feast of Tabernacles so far?
It was definitely interesting and a little bit of a workout.
Okay.
I'll say that, a little bit of a workout.
What do you mean by that, a little bit of workout?
Well, just like how our forefathers had to build the booths to live in the wilderness, we got to set up our own living areas, working areas, and though we're all rejoicing and having a good time, there's cleanup that's got to be done. There's security that needs to be taken care of. So there's always something going on. There's always an opportunity for new bodies to put in their bricks and put in some work. I was helping out with the tent detail and trash detail, sir.
With the wilderness, you fit right on in with the wilderness.
It's the car can endure it. You're strong ass.
Right. What do you thought about movie night tonight? Because we just finished with movie night. What do you think about it?
Fire. What do you call it? This is my second time watching Joseph's Dream. The first time was amazing just to be at the grand opening of it and everything, but being able to experience it in the wilderness as well, that's another thing as well.
Another level,
right,
huh?
Correct, yes,
Another
sir.
level.
Yes, sir.
So what do you thought about movie night?
Movie night was great. The Joseph's Dream, I hadn't seen it, but this is my first time, and it was amazing.
Oh, so this your first time
Yes.
seeing? Oh, okay, so that wasn't it?
Yes, it was very amazing.
It's more than nice to see our people, perfected in the way they're supposed to be.
It's like seeing something that nobody else has ever seen. It's like you're watching a secret that sooner or later is going to surface and it's going to become more available to the public eye. So I feel like I got a pre-screening after the pre-screening, like in between,
Right.
So I got a taste of something that is really is going to be real big.
What are your thoughts on the class that was brought out today?
I think it's very important to realize the understanding of why we're actually out here. It's one thing to come out here and just be able to barbecue, grill, things of that nature, but to actually understand why we're actually doing the righteous acts and actually implementing them is another thing as well.
Okay.
So, yes, I love that brother as thyself. You really got to understand that, because as we were saying in the class, if you don't know who you have while we're rehearsing the righteous acts, what will you have when we really do hit the wilderness? And we're not doing whenever that charity is cut off from Christ, and now it's like really in session, we got to do what he's telling us to do, because by then we ain't got no grace, we ain't got none of that no more. It's all said and done.
Well, the class, it helps us to practice being in the wilderness, because the Most High commanded us to, get that experience to be out here.
Okay.
Because it's going to come a time when he cracked the sky and we got to be ready. It makes me realize that we are the chosen people of the Most High, and it helps us to be prepared for what's to come.
Because the class was on comfort, right?
Yes.
By keeping the Feast of Tabernacles, what brings you comfort?
Being around brothers, being around sisters, like-minded individuals who, are keeping the faith, and, knowing that it's safe. It's not a dangerous environment. You learn scripture, everyone's applying, everyone's working, everyone's trying to build himself up, everyone's self-examining themselves. It's a nice feel.
Knowing that by keeping the feast, I am keeping the laws and commandments and statutes of the Most High God. And that's something that is pleasing to Him. And if I continue to uphold and keep those laws, statutes, and commandments, that instead of a curse for disobeying, I'm going to be receiving a reward from that.
IUIC, Feast of Tabernacles, out here in Houston, Texas. Y'all don't know what y'all missing.
Hey, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. I'm also Mike out of Houston camp. Wow, I've been keeping the Feast of Tabernacles since 2014. So it's a couple of years I can't keep up with each year, but it's been since 2014. We're in what, 22? So 8? It's my 8th one. All praise to the Most High. My favorite time, honestly, is the fellowship. And you get a chance to stay up late in fellowship and get up early in fellowship and throughout the whole day. That's the part I really love. Get a chance to see the kids enjoying themselves, the sisters, the brothers. I mean, we always have a good time, but we have more time together. So that's what I really love about the Feast of Tabernacles. And I got all 10 days off, so it's wonderful this year. You know, I really was telling a lot of people on the registration channel when they registered to like bring your showers. Those things was big because the public showers sometimes they're not the best. So I was telling people bring their showers, their toilets, different things like that. But if they can't bring those things, bring what you can. We also had a list out for like a couple of essential things that you can bring. Of course, water, your hygienes, and basically those type of essentials right there. And be ready to gain some experience by those who've already been here a few years. See what they're doing, see what the other people are doing, and not just a bunch of new people together and kind of trying to figure it out. You got a lot of experienced people here that've been doing it for years. Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
He said, what just happened?
What just happened, Cap?
Nice walk. 1.6 miles. Right. You know what I'm saying? So all praise, man. Getting in. Burning the fat, baby. All praise.
Are we doing this again?
Oh yeah, Lord's will, the people that took the walk today, they want to do it every day. So we'll see. You'll see us in different attire, getting it in again. So Lord's will. I'm enjoying it.
Anything, officer?
Bring your bug out bag next time.
Right. Shalom, family. Most High Christ bless. We out here tabernacling in Texas, all right, family? Hey, look, we couldn't make it to Alabama. We holding it down here. But guess what? We ain't just relaxing. You see, we got all the kids out there, we got the families, and we out here hiking. We prepping our bodies. We prepping our minds. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing. So, hey, look, we out here getting our hike on. We out here tabernacling, brotherhood, fellowship. We out here doing. So, hey, look, if you ain't here, hey, it is what it is. We guys going down in Texas. And we got a tech team in front of the cameras. What y'all think, family?
You know what I mean? It's going well. You know what I mean? We are the modern day scribes. So we making sure that this get captured in the right way for Israel that's not here, that's on a back burner. They gotta be on time. Right, and they gotta be on time. So if you ain't here on time, you out the spirit.
Hey, tech team in front of the camera. What you think?
I mean? We getting there.
Hey, just stay tuned. That's it. That's what I stay tuned.
All praise.
Most High Christ blood.
You know what I mean? For those who not that's on the fence, keeping Tabernacle home, you ain't congregated. This for y'all. You know what I mean? To show y'all that we don't just read our Bibles all day and be in dark rooms. We out here in the wilderness, keeping the feast of the Lord and this joyfulness and gladness.
Hey, you on tech team? Like you got a lot to say.
All praises. With that, I'll say shalom.
On the high, burn the fat, all praises. All praises. All praises.
That's all y'all got for the hike?
That's all we got. It was very refreshing. It's cool out here, and we had fun. We had fun.
All praise. They're not poisonous. They're just hunting somewhere to go. Nah, in your rafters at home, you go up in your attic, that's when you might have a problem. Right. But I can tell you what to use, but I'm not gonna go that deep into it. But I just want y'all to be out here to be snappy. Yeah, you got a hook on there, have it straight up and down. If I don't pull it down, let go.
Gotta
said, till we finish, shall he do that? Ain't good question, Richie. Right? Yeah. Yeah, big boots on that two-way. But in the water, the truth for the two-way. Yeah, wait for the Sabbath and wait for the Sabbath. Been thinking about it since Tuesday. Yeah. We not change no, no, no. Get over the stage. Get up on the stage. You changed up on us. Drop the mic. They have changed up on us. Come out of here. Next up, next up, next up.
Exodus chapter 31 and verse 6.
And your camp voice, man. Let me hear your camp voice.
Wherefore the children of
You got 20 seconds. 20 seconds. It's on Team Noah. 20 seconds.
Good job. All praise. All praise.
Hey, Messiah Christ bless. Officer Bankanaya, IUIC Houston. I believe so since 2014, I've been keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. So I would do the math, what, about 8 years, 7 years, something like that. Well, first off, Tabernacles is my favorite holy day. And for one, I ain't got to be around the heathens like that. I ain't got to worry about going to work. Being outside with all my family, man, and us just really getting to bond with one another. I think that's very important. I think sometimes as we're working so much in captivity and we're trying to maintain, our certain offices and things amongst the body, we can't really have time to be able to dwell and, really get familiar with one another, really get to know one another and just enjoy the time. So that's why it's my favorite holiday, and that's what I like about it the most. Hey, man, enjoy yourself. Be spiritual, always be spiritual. Try to absorb as much information. Try to be around the leadership and be able to get all the understanding, all the wisdom you can get out. You know what I mean? And make the best of your time, all right? Sleep little. Get little sleep and enjoy your time. All right, shalom, shalom. Most high Christ bless.
This is a 2.3 engine motor. Anytime anybody gets on this boat, I don't care who's running it, you have to put a life jacket on. And the easiest process to cranking this motor is the ventilation system. It has two parts to this ventilation system. It has an off button and a breathing system. All you do is open it up, and that cap is the breathing system. You open it up, put it back on, make sure it clicks. Once it clicks, you cut the switch to on. Once you put it on, next thing you do is right here. It says gas, on and off. Pull the switch down here, and it's off. Pull it back here, and it's on. Once you do that, it has a choke system, just like a lawnmower. You pull the choke all the way out. Once you pull the choke all the way out, this controls your gas and your running of the boat. You turn the switch. You can see it says start right here. You turn this all the way to start. You put it on start, and you prime it. Prime it, you pull it one time, twice. That opens up the vent. And then you pull it, and it cranks right up.
So the HURT team is a Houston Emergency Response Team. So we respond to anything, anyone in the body that's in a, let's say, for example, a flood zone or flood disaster. We would assemble the team, get the necessary equipment, and go try to attempt to rescue anyone that's in need within the body, of course.
All right, so basically dealing with the quail, of course, as we have the prepping channel, the quail channel, we're trying to show Israel to be what? Self-sufficient, right? To think outside the box and go back to their natural roots, which is dealing with quail, dealing with livestock, everything. did a demonstration on processing the quail.
Shalom. Most High in Christ bless. Also Karatza, Houston, Texas. 8, I think, since they first implemented, when I came in, they weren't doing it that first year. I think maybe the second or third year, we started implementing. So it's been about maybe 8 of them. The favorite thing, outside of gathering with God's people, like-minded people, is just away from the other nations. You know, I'm here with like-minded people. We're enjoying each other. This is how a family is supposed to be. And we're doing it in righteousness. You know, and then of course in the wilderness and playing with the little, our little gadgets and toys and stuff that we bring out. As far as, when I say toys, I mean like tools. We're over there cutting firewood for the gathering the other night. So, I get to bring out some of my little tools and work with it. And it's all for the good of keeping God's law. That's like my favorite part. This is actually my favorite high holy day. Listen to the equipment list that's been that we pretty much put out, and come deal with your brothers and sisters. Don't stay in your tent all day. A lot of people when they first come in, they like to be introverts. Might not really know how to really deal with one another. But you got your favorite brother or your sister that you talk to in school. Y'all come out, you start talking, start dealing with one another. Get to know one another. That's why I say is gather yourselves together, that unity, that bond as brothers and sisters. Like it says in Malachi 3. Those that 3:16. That's the beautiful thing about it. All right, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
The key was teamwork and encouraging each other.
Everybody.
Hey, who they is? What it is? Saints? Hey, Saints. That's why I'm on the sideline. That's 3 out. Hey, you out. Hey, calm down. The kick is good.
Tabernacles. We had some exciting times today. Lime green gloves have done nothing, but his team is winning. All right, we hope everybody enjoying themselves today. Part of the activity that was on the itinerary We're able to do it. So it seems like everybody enjoying themselves. Up. Give y'all a chance to hydrate, get yourselves together. Anybody who wants to, here we go, Captain. What do you think the condition or the state that your team is in right now? What is your mindset being down 3-0?
We have a comeback mentality.
That's right.
All right. So we are going to come back and show, what's the name of the team? Heavy hitter losers, that we are the one stick. We're going to bring it home. All right?
So y'all got the mentality, never give up? And, okay. Oh, great. Okay.
All right, let's get it set. So we got the heavy hitter Saints with a 3-0 lead. All right. One stick has yet to make it in scoring position. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Hey, what's the time look like?
34 minutes.
Hey, we got 34 minutes in this game. Heavy hitter Saints got a 3-0 lead. And one stick have yet to be in scoring position.
I'm ready.
We had 4 bases. Yeah, y'all did have. Yeah, the
The
bases, I stand corrected.
Let's go, Saints!
I stand corrected. Come on, Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel, your daddy. Let's go. Ray!
Hey, you messing with a competitive person right now.
We got 2 up.
That is game. Does everybody understand that? So 3 outs, the game is over.
Got 2 fouls. But he made it in.
But she caught the ball. She was doing some great catches at the shortstop position. You know, you eat the ball like this, but you know, it's a catch. But it was helping your team in key plays, you know. So what do you think about their efforts?
I mean, they are the highlight of the grade, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else helping as well.
Great
support. Right. There you go. So it's one group effort. That's it.
So you're not down about losing.
No, we're not.
Oh, praise. We gave it all out. So we're going to check on the other team to see if y'all be ready for a rematch. Y'all want to defend yourselves?
You know what? Since the referees, they did a lot of mercy for y'all. We don't mind. Yeah, we don't mind playing again, and we even give y'all like 2 points just to help out. Right at that. Very
If this goes tomorrow, we'll see.
Okay. Do you want that 2 points?
Y'all each other away.
Oh, saying, hey, look, it was out, it was a foul. Why are you so upset with the referee?
I'll give a good example. You had one referee over here when he said that the other opposite team was out. Y'all said no, they not. Or over here, this area said no, they not. So there was some discrepancy with the way that the referees were operating.
Great job getting your team together, rallying behind them, one stick. And what was our slogan? Never give up.
Never give in.
Never give in. Okay, so as a group, what would you say was one of y'all best plays and highlights as y'all continuing to rally together?
Just toward the end, coming back, how many points we got? 2 points. That was the highlight. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then on this latter end, you know, we had like 8 minutes. You start to pick up steam.
Right.
But the time ran out. So we call it, what's their name again?
The heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters are heavy hypocrites. We calling them back out tomorrow.
That's right.
Okay. So are y'all down?
Yes, sir. We'll find out from them in a second. But we had a couple more questions for you. Now, you had a couple of key players that was doing some good things, along with yourself. Lael said that you do some, you know, backhand thing that was kind of working for you. And you had a man over here, Rose. He was doing a great job, but he kind of stumbled when he was getting the first or the second.
So you got to understand, he got that momentum. It's like the force.
Got it.
You know, like that Max Force engine.
Right.
It's a lot of power, you know. But he got to learn how to restrict that, like a Jake brake on a truck.
He did. With his second round, he took his time and made it all the way down.
And that's what goes on. That's why we got to play tomorrow, so we can get all the way around.
We'll check with them. So, on the Telegram, we will post a time that these two teams can meet up tomorrow. All right. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
Captain Naam, Houston, Texas. A lot. Let me see. I guess I'll say 8 to 9. We started off kind of keeping it in the backyard, and then we continued to grow. First Tabernacle with the brethren, then we started to incorporate the women, children. So from there, it just continued to grow to all congregations coming. My favorite thing about Tabernacles is that you're in the wilderness. You have to expect the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Be ready for the unexpected. To endure the hardships or whatever elements you may be in, mainly the heat. Or it could be the cold, it could be the rain. That's the thing I like about it, to uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? To be able to prepare and adapt to whatever situation you're in. You know what I'm saying? But I love it because you're out in the elements. You know what I'm saying? It helps us to prepare our minds for what's to come. All right. First time Tabernacle. First off, to be in the spirit, right? To remember why we're doing what we're doing, and rehearsing these righteous acts. It's a spiritual thing what we're doing. Understand? That's what I want them to understand first. But the encouragement or the information I would give them is to come open with an open spirit. You know what I'm saying? To learn, to get ready to, for what's to come. To learn what's required of us. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. That's what I would encourage them to come, learn, and enjoy yourself. Shalom. Most High Christ bless you as well.
So how was the hike from the first time we went into now?
It was further, you had, sometimes it was by the water, sometimes you had to do an incline. So it was very challenging, but it was interesting. So because you had a lot of more challenges that we had to go through. You want to be ready for a famine. You want to be ready for the unknown that you might face. You might not have gas. You might not have food. How are you going to get to the next place that can help you? And this walking, this hiking is supposed to motivate them to want to practice it here in case when those times come. Or when those times come, they'll be prepared.
That's it. It's about the endurance. It's about them getting the stamina.
Right.
Like Karate said, the backpack, all those different essentials, or just a weighted pack. Basically prepping your body. So if it happens, or before it happens, you're already prepped and ready to go. Basically, that's what these hikes are for.
So it is absolutely imperative that we have a vision beyond where we are. That's what growth is all about. That's what expansion is all about. That's why you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture's saying what's saying. Read it again, Captain. Where there is no vision, if you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are, the people perish. You will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward. We must continue to move as one, move within the program and the guidelines that this Bible has recorded. Y'all understand?
What? It's just a machete. Okay? Regular machete. You want the one. If you get a machete, if you decide to carry a machete, which y'all hate it just like I do. E-tools, entrenching tools. Okay. All it is a little foldable shovel. This little foldable shovel in the military out of the canteen, or what if I want to cook in this? It's metal, right? So not only is it metal, but this canteen also has a wood stove that goes on top of that canteen.
It's pretty much a little stationary or small version of a Marlon bag.
It's acidic, exactly. You cannot can acidic food.
Write this down. Consistency and discipline work together. I remember Brother Yavin from Cali said that. I like that thing. Consistency and discipline work together.
Torres on the beat, boy.
We up to 12 and we ain't nothing lesser. We distribute knowledge like Magneto and Professor. We on them streets screaming, Jacob, won't you wake up? We Cubans ain't singing Babalu. We screaming all I lose and we holding in line for what we know is truth. Lucy, I'm home.
Never had any doubt out there. They always rally together. Here we go. Pitches out. Puts it out there. Oh, and it flies through three people, and he made it. He makes it. Yabba. Here we go. He got it. He dropped the ball, and he makes it home. He makes it home.
The final score: Heavy Hitters 8, 163.
He can catch it back there. I don't think he ever seen kickball, baseball, or football. How the referees and commentators were treating you, but you ended up with the victory last week, yesterday, and today it kind of started out the same way that the referees and commentators seemed like they was against you, but y'all rallied up and started scoring points, and y'all took the lead at one point. They was up, and then y'all came back. How did that make you feel at that point?
It made me feel good, man. You realize that when your team works together, even through struggles, if you just keep putting to the destination, to the prize, you can overcome. You know what I mean?
Okay. And at one point in the game, it seemed like you had hurt yourself when you was running from one side of the field all the way to the other side. And at that point, you had to sit down for a minute. You went back in the game, and you started doing very well. How did that make you feel at that time?
Well, first I want to say, as a leader, I want to make sure that I'm in a position to where I can moralize my people. And I feel like as a leader, even through war and injuries, if I sat down, that made them moralize it. So I felt I had to be in the fight.
Okay, very good. One last question for you. Who do you feel was the most valuable player on your team?
Oh man, if I would, I'd give a special shout out to Jair right there. So when you understand heavy hitters, he made heavy hitter by example of what he was doing out there in the field.
He did great things on the offense as well as the defense.
That's right.
So great job. Shout out to the soldiers out here. Let's hear from the team that did not win the one stick. They broke down in the end. They was holding it together. You guys came up first. Y'all was leading the game. We really had high expectations for you guys today. You really wanted this game. You pushed it. It wasn't on the schedule. You pushed the game, and we made it happen.
So we all wanted the game, damn it. That's right. That's right.
And we made it happen. So let us know, how did you feel once you guys fell behind again today?
Well,
it'd be some tough questions, man. Come on now.
Just like the last game, we didn't give up. We kept fighting. You know, on the ground, in the air, missed balls, whatever. We kept fighting. That's the key thing. Don't give up.
That's true. That's a very good point. Very good point. Very good point. So, on yesterday, you had a couple of players, your own players, kind of ate up at first place. Today, it was your day. How did you feel? How did you feel? Although you were safe, how did it feel you having to live that out?
I experienced what they experienced. As a team, we had to go through the same adversity, right? But I feel it with my back.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, you guys did a great job today. You were very competitive, and we thank both you guys, all your teams, for coming out and playing today. Thank you.
Good job, y'all. Good job.
Tell you what, hey, IT, if you have any of that action and we can put some cheering in the background and get some good edits going on, I tell you what, this will be one sport I'll watch. There'll be some righteous kickball going on. Huh? I'm just saying, we can turn this into a major thing. Y'all want to see some righteous sports and hear some scriptures coming out at the same time? Like that. I know we were joking, but it was just interviewing Captain Naam. He gave his body as a living sacrifice going up there to first base, right? I'm just saying. Righteous sports. All praises. I pray that y'all enjoyed. Okay. Hey, shout out to Awesome Michael for that awesome commentary. Shout out to the refs that kept the game fair. All praises to the Most High. All praises. Hey, I hope everybody enjoyed. All praises to the team members and everyone that played. Y'all were very, very entertaining today. I've never laughed so hard.
I seen some hard. One stick might have took an L, but hey, they were playing hard out there. I'm telling you, they were playing hard. Heavy hitters. They had some heavy hitters. It's like their name said, man. They had some heavy hitters and they showed up. But one stick was holding it down. You know, hey, they went through some adversity, but it was a good game. I was very entertaining. Very entertaining. Like you say, if it was a new sport in Israel, hey, I'm good with it.
Shalom, Most High Christ bless. It's Captain Iramah from Houston, Texas. Like 10 plus. 10. No, I say 8. Okay. Favorite thing about Tabernacles? Just reflecting on the scriptures, reenacting the acts of our forefathers when they came out the wilderness, and I like the unity. This is a small example on how we will live together, and if we had our own neighborhood, you go to sleep, you see Israel, you wake up, you see Israel, you spend your day with Israel. And that's what the truth is about. And that's what Zephaniah 2:1 is about, gathering yourself together. The most important thing that the Most High wants us to see and get from us in the presence of our captivity, and how we got to move and how we got to understand what the truth is about. So that's what I like about it. It's Israel depending on it. It's all Israel for Israel, what we see right now. That's what I enjoy about it. My first time, I actually had that question to me. I actually had a brother ask me or tell me that question today. He said this was his first tabernacle he enjoyed. I told him to notate it. Notate that moment, toward the joy that you feel, the excitement you feel, and write it down. Use it as a journal. Whatever you have to do, when times get hard in this truth, you can always reflect and go revisit that joy that you had, and that you can that you witness, you know, that you experience in that moment, that when you're going through tough times, you can always, you know, like David said, restore thy joy of thy salvation. The excitement, the joy when you first heard this truth, the importance of it and who you were, you know what I'm saying? And that's really going to be tremendous in the future when you go through your trials and tribulations and thinking that there's no joy in it anymore. You know, remember when you first came in this truth, the excitement, the tranquility that it brought into your life, you know. And I think brothers always have to remember that, because it's still your first love, when you first got that love, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget it. And if you write it down, it's meant to be recorded, and it's meant to be revisited. Like as the scriptures say, everything's written for our learning. You know, written for our learning, so you can go back and revisit, you go back and look at it, you can go back into meditate on what was said. And sometimes you gotta, as it is written yourself, you know what I mean, write things down, record it, to where you understand how important this truth means. So sometimes you can, if you could, that's why the scriptures say, beware that you don't turn from the Lord, you know. And one way you can turn from the Lord is forgetting the purpose on why you keeping these commandments. And when you get that joy, you see Israel coming together. We on one accord. We sacrifice our time. That's what this is about. That's why I would tell a young brother, make sure you digest everything that you witnessing right now, and you go back home and meditate on it. Go home and highlight it and record this day that you won't forget. And it'll be a reminder for you when you go through your trials and tribulations, because them trials and tribulations will come. Shalom, Most High Christ bless, my brother.
They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth.
Who's supposed to die? Not the 12. All right, come on.
Went forth and said unto them, whom seek ye? As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground.
You see what Christ did? Christ blew them back with his word.
We see the same stuff. Tabernacle, Passover, all the feasts. All right? The Most High gonna hold you. All right? They go against the grain. They think that they have it. You understand? And these are the same ones that will be spotless in our feasts because they think they got it.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, anybody who you counsel with somebody that's your peer, they not your counselor. You just telling your friend your business.
I'm telling you now, you cannot stay in this truth without a counselor. I'm telling you from experience, from day one coming in, it's been a blessing for me to be able to have Captain Yadon as a counselor, and then Captain Naam as a counselor, and then Captain Iramah as a counselor. And as I grow and started traveling, guess what? These three counselors here, like the scripture said, a multitude of counsel there is what?
Same point. But brothers got to keep that in mind, brother. As we continue to inch closer, we have to inch closer to the commandments and get really serious about this truth.
Hey, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. I'm also RA. We're at the Feast of Tabernacle. We're rounding down. So now we're here. We're going to ask about the brothers and sisters' different experience. So once again, state who you are and where you're from.
Yes, sir. Shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless. I'm Officer Kaziel from IUIC San Antonio camp. And my experience here was amazing. It was great camp spot. Loved coming out. One thing that really impressed me about coming to Houston for Tabernacles was how quick the brothers were willing to assist. I showed up and they pretty much took everything out of my car and set it up for me. They beat me to it. The brotherhood was amazing. And ultimately, if you have a hard time getting out of your shell, this is one of those feasts that will really help you get out that shell, because you're around nothing but family for the whole week, and they're not gonna let you be an introvert, or what they call it, an introvert.
Yeah,
introvert. They're not gonna let you be an introvert. So come out, break out of that shell, you know, break the ice with your brothers and sisters, and build that bond.
Brother Carly from the San Antonio camp. I appreciate IUIC Houston for hosting this and giving my first experience. I enjoy every minute of it. The unity, learning about Feast of Tabernacle.
With Santana from Houston camp. It was a good experience. I had fun this whole Tabernacles. I had fun at the Young Prophets bonfire. The bonfire they had like all the way over there. It was a good experience.
Good experience.
Soldier Ozai, Dallas, Texas. Well, first of all, the Feast of Tabernacles is definitely one of my favorites. We out here with the brethren. We out here rehearsing the righteous acts. With that being said, Houston put on an excellent show, and it was just amazing all around. Starting from the venue itself, not necessarily the venue, but the park itself, it was just amazing. You know, just the campgrounds. We got brothers and sisters over here, brothers and sisters over there, and then we all meet in the middle. You know what I mean? Just to come together, man, it was just amazing layout. You know.
And I'm with
Sister Leslie. I loved it. I really loved the sisterhood that I was around. I came so unprepared because it is with my first Tabernacles, but they helped me with anything that I needed, food-wise, you know, medicine, whatever I needed, they got it. They helped me through everything. I loved, you know, how we can actually experience clouds out in the outdoors. That was beautiful.
And I'm with
Sister Crystal. My experience was really, really well. It was nice being with family. Got to play spades, karaoke. Spades?
Yeah.
I was running the table. Karaoke was dope. The hike was nice. So it was good being with family.
Let me ask you this: what? You know, we had that campfire last night. So what do you think about that when Cap was bringing out? You were sitting around having the Psalms 133. What do you thought about that?
It's a blessing to be in the midst of wise men and to really gain understanding on the deep basics that we go over in these Psalms 133 circles. So that's great wisdom to take back to your camp and great wisdom to apply. So I thought it was amazing.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay, all praises. Once again, I'm Officer R.A. and
Officer Kaziel.
And we're out.
Shalom. Most High Christ bless.
Right. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Campfire. I learned, you know, I learned 2nd Address 1444. That blew my mind at the campfire. You know what I mean?
And that's when Cap was bringing out.
Yeah, we're bringing that out. I mean, my brain was just soaking that up. I keep looking, and I remember the shirt you were wearing one day. Made me go look into this 12 stones. I wanted to ask you on that because I've asked several times and never get an answer. But you know, I asked the captain that came from San Antonio camp to and get the scriptures to go look at them and dove into it, realizing Benji's the last stone.
The campfire was amazing. The scripts was coming out. Man, it was on point. Captain Yadon came there. You know, we went over the scriptures. We was there a long time. You know,
right,
like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And not only that, afterwards, brothers were still there.
Still there.
You know what I'm saying? I stayed for a little minute, but I had to go. I ain't gonna. I was a little tired. So I had to leave. But it was a real great experience. I was able to get some understanding from Captain Yadon and the other leadership of Houston.
So, Titus 2.
Oh, Titus 2 is awesome. We talked about a lot of things about getting ourselves together, not being slothful. So that was a good Titus 2 with Sister Tabitha and the rest of the officer sisters and captain's wives.
What tribe you from?
Tribe of Issachar.
Tribe of Issachar. Okay. So, what do you thought about the class today?
Today.
Yeah.
Today.
What was the name of the class?
Holy Hope. I know, that's what it said today.
So what do you thought about it? What do you think?
This word is just wicked. That's all I could say.
There's
a lot of evil women out there that just have to repent, you know.
Okay.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. I ain't even seen it yet.
Did you see Joseph Reed?
Nah, I ain't seen it yet.
Man, that thing.
I'm gonna have front row.
Right. I'm gonna tell you, bro. How you take one precept and magnify it like that? Hey, the Spirit of the Lord was on that thing, for real.
Matthew 2:13.
Yeah.
All praises, bro.
One of the most memorable moments I had as brother, Tabernacle.
And the most memorable moments for me was OKC. Leadership brought out the true understanding of new moon. It wasn't a dark moon, but the light, the full moon.
I remember that.
All praises. That was heavy, bro. That was heavy.
Very, very heavy.
You know, a lot of people fell out because of that, bro.
Yeah.
That's that water growing, bro. That water elevating, bro. And talk about Ezekiel, bro. And the Most High put that spirit on the leadership, bro, to bring it out. That was heavy.
Yeah, hey, one thing about that too, I believe the Lord really visited us that day. You look up in the sky, man.
Oh,
As soon as the understanding came out, all of a sudden the sky turned green.
It was raining.
The wind
It was
started picking
storming.
up.
All our tents was blowing away and everything. And that was another powerful moment too, because we all came together collectively, bro.
Yeah,
to support each other, bro.
Pick up tents.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was over the post on security. I was directing traffic all in the storm.
That's it, bro. Report live. It's a tropical storm at Tabernacle.
So I guess that's memorable for all of us.
Yeah, we on one accord, one spirit. And guess what? The brothers are still here from that moment.
That's true.
You know, a lot of times, Tabernacle and Passover, a lot of brothers fall out. That's when their sins catch up to them. Guess what? These brothers still enduring. All praise,
Lord, we're still here. And on the park, you have so many here, and they diverse. We just have to find that right fit for us. But you know, we want to definitely continue doing it.
We got to have all the immediate needs that Israel needs, so it can function, being in the wilderness.
We have the real estate.
Right.
We have the weather. Look at the weather. Look at this. You know, Houston, to be specific. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Do it big in Texas.
That's it.
It was hard finding this, and y'all gonna make us work.
Look at all this. Look at all this real estate right here. Look at all this. And all this green grass can be covered up by Israelite tents.
Yeah, that's true.
Mob music on the block.
Yeah.
Pause, bro.
Go. I tried because ain't nobody say nothing.
Yeah. Bro, it's like.
And I mixed 2 days in one. The young men
I was looking at the phone, I'm like, what's up with that pole, brother? What's up with that pole, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Summer gladness and joy, I'm away from the big. 7 whole days, Israelites, we tabernacle. Hella tents in the woods, and we about to get it cracking. All night sessions got the build up everywhere. Headlight, hella Bibles, can't forget your chairs. He just stop and stare, they glaze, they so amazed. Decently in order, we move, we well behave. No other nation but Israel can be saved. Glory to the Father and Son, we give him praise. Hey, next up, got the Feast of Dedication. Every feast that we have, we be slaying other nations. They don't comprehend or agree with what's raised. Zechariah 14, man, it's off with his head. Celebrate the feast. Passover, Pentecost, New Moon, Tabernacle, Feast of Dedication. Celebrate the feast. Passover, Pentecost, New Moon, Tabernacle, Feast of Dedication. Celebrate the feast. Passover, Pentecost, New Moons, Tabernacles, Feast of Dedication. Celebrate the feast. Passover, Pentecost, New Moons, Tabernacles, Feast of Dedication. Celebrate the feast.
For the moon, that's a sign for the feast days. Passover tabernacles for a week, man. 3 times where the Lord put his name. Don't you show up empty-handed cause he's looking for some game. Trying to squeeze around the bishops with that holy conversation. Gotta be a damn fool to miss this holy convocation. Warrior night fashion, the building is full of drip. We keeping the commandments, the Lord of hosts in the midst. I could dance like David in spirit, you get the gist. This the Israelite part of the 12 is on the list. We rehearse the righteous acts till it's shown.
What is nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong.